The Young and the Restless spoilers for Wednesday, December 18, reveal that Nikki Newman will have some advice for Victoria Newman. Since Victoria is mostly focused on her eldest daughter right now, there's a good chance Nikki's guidance will involve Claire Newman. Although Victoria is glad to see Claire living for herself and making her own decisions, she's still a protective mom. Victoria doesn't want Claire to get hurt, so she'll have some worries when it comes to her budding romance with Kyle Abbott, especially since Victor Newman doesn't approve. However, Nikki may push Victoria to trust that Claire can handle whatever happens. As much as Victoria might want to bubble wrap Claire and protect her from any pain or bad news, that's just not realistic. Nikki will speak from personal experience since she's had to stand by and watch her own children go through plenty of difficulties. The best thing Victoria can do is support Claire and be there for her no matter what. Speaking of support, Diane Jenkins Abbott will lean on someone unexpected in Wednesday's I&R episode. It turns out Diane will get comfort from a surprising confidant, so there's a good chance it'll be Ashley Abbott. Our predictions point to the tension between Ashley and Diane starting to lift, so they may do a little bonding. Although Ashley doesn't fully trust Diane, she might hear about Diane's latest Kyle struggles and offer some sympathy anyway. Over with Jack Abbott, he'll most likely give Tracy Abbott updates on Billy Abbott disowning him and refusing to be part of the family anymore. Tracy may hope Billy will cool off and rethink his stance, especially since Christmas is coming up. Jack and Tracy will take a trip down memory lane as they reflect on some holiday memories, so that should lift their spirits despite all the Billy drama. The Young and the Restless spoilers say some sweet brother-sister moments are on the way for Jack and Tracy, so stay tuned. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Pulse Canvas. It's me, Jolie here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday, December 17 promise some interesting moments in the land of Genoa City. Next on Young and the Restless, someone denies their brother's request, while another makes a vow for success, and a grandmother offers their granddaughter a hand as she enters a new chapter. What kind of drama is set to unravel on Tuesday? Time to dive right in. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Jack Abbott stands his ground. I&R spoilers for Tuesday, December 17 note while Billy Abbott is hoping to use his brother, Jack Abbott in his revenge plan, it looks like Jackie will stand his ground. Jack rarely engages in petty revenge schemes with the mustache anymore, and other than buying the assets that Victor sold off for Glissade, he doesn't engage. Sure, he and Diane Abbott faked a split up, but that wasn't to get back at Victor, it was more to awaken their son, Kyle Abbott, to the mustache's antics. With that said, will Billy take no for an answer? I&R spoilers. Diane Abbott's vow of success. Speaking of Diane, Y&R spoilers for Tuesday, December 17 suggest that she'll make a promise to prove herself. She's about to relaunch Jabot Classics, so will this project soar under Diane or flop? Diane gracefully stepped down from her Jabot CEO role to give it to Kyle. As the two once bickered when she was the head honcho of the family company, she has a lot to prove. Will she fail or succeed with this special project? Only time will tell. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Claire Newman's fresh chapter. Lastly, Y&R spoilers for Tuesday hint that Claire Newman will be ready for her new chapter at Chancellor, and Nikki Newman will be right by her side. Still, with Jordan and Ian Ward lingering in the shadows, how long before this new start for Claire ends in disaster? Fans will have to tune in to find out. Are you excited about Tuesday's show? Comment below. Make sure to tune into the CBS soap each day so you don't miss a moment of the drama, and check out SOs regularly for the most up-to-date Young and the Restless spoilers and news. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday, December 17, 2024 are here. In tomorrow's episode, fans can expect Nikki Newman to help Claire Grace Newman to get a fresh start. Coming up on The Young and the Restless, Jack Abbott stands his ground with Billy Abbott plus Diane Jenkins Abbott is determined to prove herself at Jibot. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the next episode of the CBS soap opera. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Jack Abbott is Billy Abbott. Why and are spoilers for Tuesday, December 17 reveal that Billy is determined to make Victor Newman pay. Billy already tried to rope Phyllis Summers into the plan. However, Phyllis warned Billy that he should think about how a revenge scheme will affect his children. Jack will warn Billy that he's going down a very risky and dangerous road. Billy might refer Jack to his recent scheme. It ended with Jack saving Kyle Abbott and getting all those Glissade shares. Jack might reason that it's a bit different because he was trying to protect his son. Billy might not see it that way, though. By and are spoilers, Sally Spectra's fear. On Tuesday, December 17, fans could see Sally Spectra continue to worry about Billy's revenge scheme. In a preview clip, Billy is assuring Sally that his plan is guaranteed to succeed. When Sally wonders how, Billy happily greets an unseen man at the door. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Diane Jenkins Abbott's determination. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday, December 17, reveal that Diane will be determined to prove herself at Jibot. The classic line is really important to Jack and is a way to honor his father. So Diane will want to be sure that this is a success. Part of that drive might be triggered by Diane wanting everyone to know she is a good businesswoman. Although Diane stepped down, she might want everyone to know that it's not because she wasn't good at her job. By and are spoilers, Tuesday, December 17, 2024. On Tuesday, December 17, fans will also see Nikki help Claire start a new chapter. Claire has a new hairstyle and clothes, along with a new career. While Claire is focused on learning everything she can from Nikki, Jordan, and Ian Ward are lurking nearby. How long until a move is made against Claire, Nikki, and Victor? Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most on Tuesday, December 17, 2024? What are your predictions for Claire, Nikki, Jordan, Ian, Sally, and Billy? What does the future hold for Victor, Nikki, Jack, Diane, Kyle, and the other residents of Genoa City? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next. The Young and the Restless spoilers say some Damien-related curveballs are still to come, so stay tuned. We'll have other terrific Young and the Restless spoilers, predictions, updates, and news to read up on, so make us your favorite Y and our hotspot. The Young and the Restless spoilers recap for Tuesday, December 17, reveals that Nikki Newman will work to calm Claire Newman's first-day jitters before they head to Chancellor together. That's where Esther Valentine will show off some flowers that Kyle Abbott sent to wish Claire luck. Claire will have some lingering concerns regarding Victor Newman's warning about getting too close to Kyle. However, Nikki will push Claire to follow her heart and will vow to run interference with Victor if necessary. At the Abbott mansion, Kyle will accuse Diane Jenkins Abbott of making another passive-aggressive move against him by refusing to move her stuff out of his office. Diane will explain that her new office isn't ready yet and offer to get maintenance on the phone if Kyle wants to confirm it. Kyle will admit that's not necessary and apologize for jumping to conclusions, but Diane will feel like he's not truly past all the drama between them. Although Kyle will assure Diane that their reconciliation was genuine, he'll admit to talking with Jack Abbott recently about whether Diane could be trusted. Kyle will still have some issues to work through and won't know how Diane can help him get over them. At Society on Tuesday's I and R episode, Billy Abbott will hint to Sally Spectra about a new plot against Victor. When Jack arrives, it'll become obvious that Billy needs his brother's help to make this plot happen. After Sally takes off, Billy will tell Jack that he intends to use Victor's own scheme against him. Victor wanted to destabilize Chancellor and buy it up for cheap once the damage was done, so that's what Billy will plan to do now. All Billy will need is Jack's capital investment, but Jack will wonder if Billy seriously expects him to do something that undermines Nikki. Billy will decide he doesn't trust Jack and will ultimately declare that he's done, so Jack will wonder what that's supposed to mean. After Billy argues that he's not going to bend over backwards to make Jack proud anymore, he'll act like it's freeing to know he's on his own. Jack will ask if Billy means he's disowning him as his brother and doesn't want to be part of the family anymore. Billy will confirm that's the case, so he'll end his conversation with Jack on a tense note. Once Jack returns to Diane at the Abbott mansion, he'll get updates on how she had to clear the air with Kyle again. Diane will mention that Kyle said he talked to Jack about whether she could be trusted. That'll leave Diane worrying about Jack's view of her, but he'll assure Diane that she never has to prove herself to him as long as they live. Jack will feel totally confident of what's in Diane's heart, so she'll appreciate his love and loyalty. Meanwhile, Kyle will pay Claire a visit at Chancellor, where she'll share her appreciation as well following the flower delivery. After Claire agrees to have a celebratory dinner with Kyle later, she'll playfully kick him out to avoid getting caught slacking off. At Crimson Lights, Audra Charles will meet up with Sally and admit she cried during dinner with Nate Hastings' family recently. Audra will also admit that her feelings scare her, so Sally will jokingly wonder what she's done with the real Audra. It'll seem obvious to Sally that Audra's falling in love and changing because of Nate. When Billy texts Sally about playing hooky and doing something fun, Audra will encourage her to bail on work and take advantage of this day of spontaneity. Once Sally calls Billy and accepts his offer, he'll be pleased. At Nate's place, he'll share some news with Amy Lewis about his private investigator tracking Damien to Los Angeles, where his half-brother has had a string of jobs. Although Damien clearly doesn't like to stay in one place for long, Nate will feel like it's just a matter of time until Denise Tolliver finds a job he hasn't left yet. After Nate makes a positive prediction and suggests they should keep hope alive, Amy will voice her gratitude and hug him. The Young and the Restless spoilers say some Damien-related curveballs are still to come, so stay tuned. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday, December 17, prove that Jack isn't back down just because it's the season of love, peace, and joy. He'll still be friends with Nikki, no matter what Victor says, stand by Diane, whatever Kyle says, and put Billy in his place, no matter what Billy says. My fair share. Billy has failed at running his own company with Victoria, and he has failed at running his mother's company with Lily. So naturally, Billy thinks that means Jack should hire him back at Jebot. After all, family and all that. Jack says he can't. He's already given all the best nepotism positions away to Diane and Kyle. But what if Billy rages and whines and calls Jack names? Nope, sorry, still no. Oh yeah, well then, Jack will totes be sorry. Billy has a plan. Billy has lots of plans. Jack wishes him well. Wife of the year. Speaking of Jack's Nepo hires, Diane is back at Jebot and now with Glissade as a part of the family company. She's going to run it, and she's going to make Jack proud. He won't regret hiring her, or marrying her, or trusting her. But will Diane regret trusting Billy, considering that he doesn't have anybody's best interests in mind but his own? Role model. Nikki has led an amazing life. She killed a few people, she married a megalomaniacal control freak, and now she's a corporate executive who earned her position all on her own. Claire would do well to follow in her footsteps. Nikki will be here to guide and mentor her newfound granddaughter and teach her right from wrong. She's not like her controlling Aunt Jordan at all. She only wants what's best for Claire. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Summer Newman is sniffing around Kyle Abbott again now that she's split from Chance Chancellor. Plenty of fans aren't happy about that, at least the ones who feel like Kyle should move on with Claire Newman instead. Of course, some Summer supporters also object to the idea of her reuniting with her former flame. After the way Kyle hurt Summer during that whole mess with Audra Charles, perhaps she'd be better off finding a brand new love interest instead. With that in mind, we can think of one leading man who just might be the perfect fit. If you're a fan of General Hospital as well, you know that Dex Heller recently faced a fatal exit. That means Hofer is off GH, and based on a recent interview with Soaps.com, he's open to doing another soap. Hofer confirmed that if he's interested in the story and the character, he's pretty happy with whatever medium. Since Hofer had a glowing review of his time on Soaps, it sounds like he'd be down to join Y&R if the right opportunity came along. How would you feel about Hofer playing Summer's next boyfriend? It seems like Evan Hofer and Allison Lanier would have great on-screen chemistry if you ask us. Maybe Hofer could play a new bad boy who comes along and catches Summer's eye. Summer's last love interest was by-the-book Detective Chance, so perhaps her next one could be a bit wilder and less inclined to keep the law. We could even buy Evan Hofer as a Theo Vanderway recast if the show decided to bring back that character in a new form. Since Summer and Theo used to be romantically involved, his return could set the stage for a reunion. Whatever the case, there's room for another key player in that age range, so maybe Y&R should snatch Hofer up. Our predictions point to Summer pursuing Kyle in the meantime, but we can hold out hope for some romantic updates down the road. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Summer could use a love life overhaul, so stick with us for more news on whether she might get one. It's where you want to be for terrific Young and the Restless spoilers, predictions, news, and updates, so make us your go-to source. In the ever-dynamic world of the Young and the Restless, no storyline remains static for long. The latest developments bring forth a whirlwind of emotions, betrayals, and strategic manipulations that promise to captivate viewers and reshape the intricate web of relationships within Genoa City. Central to this unfolding drama is the return of Damien, whose actions threaten to disrupt the burgeoning relationship between Nate and Audra. Coupled with Amy's deceptive schemes and Divon's stern warnings, the stage is set for a compelling narrative of love, trust, and revenge. Damien's triumphant return, a catalyst for chaos. Damien's return to Genoa City is nothing short of explosive. Known for his cunning and manipulative nature, Damien's presence is immediately felt by all who cross his path. His return is not merely a reunion, but a calculated move to destabilize Nate's newfound happiness with Audra. Damien's history with Nate is fraught with tension, making his motives the subject of intense scrutiny among fans and characters alike. The motive behind the mayhem. Damien's primary objective appears to be the reclamation of Audra's affection, a move that stems from unresolved feelings and a desire to undermine Nate's position in her life. His methods, however, are far from straightforward. By orchestrating a fake disappearance for Amy and her son, Damien aims to exploit Nate's empathetic nature, drawing him back into a web of deceit and manipulation. Amy's deceptive plot, manipulating Nate's heart. Amy, along with her son, plays a pivotal role in Damien's scheme. Their staged disappearance is a masterstroke designed to elicit Nate's pity and compassion, effectively manipulating his emotions to serve Damien's ulterior motives. This deceitful tactic not only tests Nate's character, but also exposes the fragility of trust within relationships. The emotional tug-of-war. Nate finds himself torn between his genuine concern for Amy and his commitment to Audra. This emotional tug-of-war is exacerbated by Damien's manipulations, forcing Nate to question his own judgment and the sincerity of those around him. Amy's actions, though deceptive, highlight the lengths individuals will go to achieve their desired outcomes, adding layers of complexity to the narrative. Nate and Audra's blossoming relationship under threat. Despite the turmoil surrounding them, Nate and Audra's relationship stands as a beacon of hope and stability amidst the chaos. Their bond, characterized by mutual respect and affection, has been a source of strength for both characters. However, the intrusion of Damien and Amy threatens to unravel the delicate balance they have achieved. Audra's inner turmoil, seeking her place. While enjoying a harmonious relationship with Nate, Audra grapples with her own insecurities and questions about her role within the Winters family. Drawing parallels to Abby, Audra wonders if she holds a significant place and whether her relationship with Nate has a promising future. This introspection adds depth to Audra's character, showcasing her vulnerability and desire for validation within the family dynamic. Damien versus Devon, the clash of titans. Devon's warnings to Nate about Amy and her son add another layer of tension to the storyline. As Nate navigates the complexities of his relationship with Audra, Devon serves as a voice of reason, cautioning him against falling prey to Damien's manipulative tactics. This clash between Damien's deceit and Devon's protective instincts creates a compelling conflict that drives the narrative forward. The writer's gambit, love wars and audience engagement. The recurring theme of love wars, where characters vie for affection through manipulation and deceit, reflects a strategic choice by the writers to engage audiences with high-stakes drama and emotional complexity. These narratives, though sometimes predictable, resonate with viewers due to their relatability and the intense emotions they evoke. Possible outcomes: navigating the future of Nate and Audra. As the storyline progresses, several potential outcomes could unfold, each carrying significant implications for Nate, Audra, and the broader community of Genoa City. Confronting the deception, Nate and Audra could uncover the truth behind Amy's disappearance plot, leading to a confrontation with Damien and Amy. Strengthening bonds. Facing adversity together could solidify Nate and Audra's commitment, deepening their emotional connection. Emotional fallout. If Nate succumbs to the manipulation, it could lead to a temporary rift between him and Audra, exploring the fragility of trust. Devon's intervention. Devon might unmask Damien's schemes, reinforcing the importance of loyalty and the strength of supportive relationships. Conclusion: a battle for love and trust in Genoa City. The return of Damien and the ensuing turmoil in Nate and Audra's relationship encapsulate the essence of the young and the restless, a relentless pursuit of love, power, and personal fulfillment amidst deceit and strategic maneuvering. As viewers continue to follow this journey, the interplay between loyalty, love, and manipulation promises to deliver compelling drama and unexpected twists. Whether Nate and Audra can overcome the challenges posed by Damien and Amy remains to be seen, but their story serves as a poignant reminder of the enduring power of love and the strength required to protect it in the face of adversity. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday, December 17 tease that Diane Jenkins Abbott is pleased with herself for giving her son Kyle Abbott her position as Gebot co-CEO. Still, she has her work cut out for her now that her husband Jack Abbott has entrusted Gebot Classic to her. It is a new division as part of the Glissade deal, and she has another chance to prove herself to those who would question her leadership ability. One of those people is Billy Abbott. For his part, he encounters flack for trying to bring down Victor Newman when Jack tells him that his plan is not worth his time. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Billy is in his feels. Billy has a perennial chip on his shoulder and could play the poor, pitiful me card, one he uses a lot. After a talk with Jack, he seeks out Sally Spectra to crow about his scheme. He wants her support and vows not to fail. Y&R spoilers. Billy Boy on another revenge ride. Billy wants a partner in his plan. Will it be Kyle or Sally or both? Each of them have felt the wrath of Victor's dismissal, and they would be perfect choices to help Billy. Elsewhere, Claire Newman will try again to be Employee of the Month when she starts her second corporate gig at Chancellor. She is working with Grandma Nikki Newman and has a lot to learn. The young and the restless spoilers, Nikki protects Claire. Nikki is thrilled to be able to school her granddaughter, but neither woman realizes the danger they're in. Evil Jordan is back in town, and this time around she's partnered with equally evil Ian Ward. Jordan is bound and determined to bring down Claire and get her away from her real family. Will Claire be hoodwinked when she least expects it, or will Jordan go scorched earth and make a bold move to get Claire back in her clutches? Be sure to tune in and find out. The young and the restless spoilers reveal that Chelsea Lawson has been on a positive path for a while now. Even when Chelsea cheated on Billy Abbott with Adam Newman, it didn't happen because of any malicious motives. However, many Y&R fans can't help but feel like Chelsea has gotten a tad boring lately. Chelsea just doesn't have the same spark she once did when she was in her bad girl era. Of course, a lot has changed for Chelsea in recent years. We've watched Chelsea deal with major mental health challenges, and most recently, Chelsea had to cope with Connor Newman's struggle to manage his OCD. Chelsea Lawson has always been a character of complexity, juggling her past as a con artist with her present as a doting mother. Sure, motherhood and maturity have grounded her, but does that mean Chelsea has to lose her edge entirely? Not at all. While Chelsea's growth has been important, fans can't help but notice she's been fading into the background lately. Let's be honest, characters who play it safe don't always make the splashiest stories. Perhaps it's time for Chelsea to revisit her bad girl roots, not as a full-blown villain, but as someone who brings a little spice back to Genoa City. Melissa Claire Eakin's recent behind-the-scenes post, flaunting a more daring wardrobe, could be a subtle clue about Chelsea's transformation. Could a bolder wardrobe signify a shift in Chelsea's personality? It wouldn't be the first time a character's style reflected a deeper storyline change. Maybe 2025 will see Chelsea reclaiming some of her former fire. What do you think? Is Chelsea overdue for a rebellious streak? And would a reunion with Adam spark a return to form? Time will tell, but one thing's for sure, Genoa City could use a little more Chelsea in the spotlight. Audra Charles, sincere or scheming? Audra Charles has always been a wild card in The Young and the Restless. Out of a job and seemingly out of options, she's desperate to prove herself. But could her desperation be a smokescreen for yet another scheme? Audra's budding relationship with Nate Hastings has raised eyebrows, particularly among Nate's family. Her recent appearance at Lily Winter's dinner party revealed a surprising emotional side. She tearfully confessed how moved she was by the Winters clan's tight-knit bond, even sharing with Nate that her own childhood lacked such warmth. But is Audra's vulnerability genuine, or is she playing the long con? Nate seems inclined to trust her, even offering to recommend her for a job at Devon's company, a gesture she refused, insisting she wanted to succeed on her own terms. Admirable, if true. But this is Audra we're talking about, a master manipulator with a long history of ulterior motives. Devon remains skeptical, seeing Audra's tears as crocodile tears rather than a sincere attempt to change. Could Devon be right? Or is Audra genuinely trying to turn over a new leaf? Audra's softer side has been glimpsed before, such as her heartfelt conversation with Nikki Newman about helping her alcoholic father. It's possible she's moved by the Winters family's love and support. Then again, she's still Audra the shark, always circling, always calculating. Ian Ward returns to stir up trouble. Elsewhere in Genoa City, Ian Ward's return spells trouble for Mariah Copeland and her loved ones. This time, Ian's strategy involves pretending to be homeless to get close to Tessa Porter and Claire Newman. Unlike Mariah, who knows Ian all too well, Tessa has only heard the horror stories about him. she wouldn't recognize Ian on sight, which gives him a perfect opportunity to gain her sympathy. Ian's history of manipulation and disguise means he's likely to play the role of a downtrodden man with heartbreaking precision. As someone who has struggled with homelessness herself, Tessa might feel compelled to help Ian, unwittingly bringing him closer to her family and friends. Meanwhile, Ian's partnership with Jordan Howard suggests this is only the beginning of his latest scheme. The stakes are high, and Ian Ward thrives in chaos. Will Mariah, Tessa, and Claire see through his act before it's too late? Tessa has been homeless herself, so she could certainly relate to a homeless person. Ian could have Jordan help him dress appropriately for the part. Ian could approach Tessa outside society and ask for a handout. Tessa wouldn't think anything about offering him some food or something else. Unfortunately, Tessa could fall right into Ian's trap because she feels compassion towards him. Will Ian's act pull Tessa in so far that she is willing to help Ian? Ian will put his plan in action this week. This will certainly give Ian the chance he needs to get his foot in the door with Tessa. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Tessa Porter's shocking news. As Tessa tries to help Ian, he will earn her trust more and more. Hopefully, before things go too far, Tessa will introduce her friend to Mariah or someone in her family. If now, Ian may make a plan to worm his way into Tessa's life and manage to kidnap her or something before Mariah discover the truth. Will Ian and Jordan be able to pull this off and get their hands on Mariah and Claire? What does Ian plan to do with Tessa and her daughter with Mariah? Everyone is in grave danger until Ian and Jordan are back in jail where they belong. Will everyone be safe from Ian and Jordan, or will one of their plans work out? Come here often for all things I and R. Check back for all of your Young and Restless news, spoilers, and updates. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Jordan and Ian Ward still have some big moves left to make. For starters, Ian will push Jordan to get busy since he wants Sharon Newman to depart this earthly plane forever. However, we also know Ian and Jordan want to get back what they've lost, so they'll be going after Mariah Copeland and Claire Newman as their plan heats up. Of course, Jordan also previously vowed to destroy all the Newmans, so we doubt she's going to give up on that goal. Ian hates the Newmans as well, so there are plenty of family members who could get tangled up in the mayhem to come. Unless they want an express trip back to prison, Jordan and Ian can't just go out and commit crimes in broad daylight. What Ian and Jordan really need is a good opportunity to carry out the rest of their nefarious plans in the dark. Jordan and Ian could obviously just make their remaining moves at night, but what if I and R gives them an even better path to achieving their objectives? The show has done ice storm and snowstorm storylines in the past, so maybe it's time for another one. It's easy to imagine some weather-related drama happening at some point in the coming weeks. That's the kind of thing that could cause some power outages or even a citywide blackout if things get bad enough. There could be some stranded GC residents as well, so this sounds like the ideal situation for a couple of villains looking to cause trouble. Jordan and Ian will make the best of whatever hand they're dealt, but they might get a lucky break if the weather works in their favor. Based on our Y and R predictions, Ian and Jordan will take advantage of some curveballs, so stay tuned for updates on what's in store. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Sharon, Claire, Mariah, and plenty of others on Canvas will face some disturbing news down the road. The Young and the Restless spoilers update for Tuesday, December 17, reveals that Jack Abbott will refuse to budge when it comes to his stance on Billy Abbott's revenge plot. Although Jack just carried out some bold moves of his own against Victor Newman, he doesn't want Billy going down that road. Jack doesn't view what he did as real vengeance since he was working to protect Kyle Abbott and keep their family intact. However, Jack did try to get the last laugh with Glissade, so Billy may continue to act like his brother is a hypocrite. Billy's bond with Jill Abbott took a hit due to Victor's Chancellor win, so Billy feels entitled to fight back over his family as well. Although Jack will continue to sound the alarm over Billy's plans, he's not going to change Billy's mind. Sally Spectra will have concerns of her own, since she knows how Victor operates and how much damage he can do. Although Sally will fear Billy's failure, he'll insist that's not an option. Billy will call Sally's attention to someone who enters society and suggest this person's going to play a part in his scheme. Kyle might be a potential ally despite Jack's disapproval, but it's also possible Billy will settle on someone else to help him instead. Other Rye and R spoilers say Diane Jenkins Abbott will throw all her attention on Jibbuck Classic now that Jack's given her control and plenty of freedom. Diane will feel the need to prove she's got what it takes to make it a success, especially since so many people still think she didn't earn her spot in the corporate game. At Chancellor, Nikki Newman will beam with pride as Claire Newman enjoys a fresh corporate start of her own. Claire will look forward to learning from the best and rising in the ranks, so Nikki will make some positive predictions about what's next. Unfortunately, Claire and Nikki don't realize that major drama is lurking just around the corner. Jordan is back in Genoa City with Ian Ward, so they'll continue to wreak havoc, and that'll spell disaster for the Newman clan eventually. The Young and the Restless spoilers say bad news is headed for Claire when the time is right, so stay tuned for updates on all the mayhem that's in store. We are sending love to the Young and the Restless star Michael Graziadei and his family as they mourn the loss of their beloved pet, Mr. Pancakes. In a touching tribute to the yappiest, happiest dog in the world, the actor's partner, Lauren Carey, revealed that Mr. Pancakes passed away last month and shared a gallery of family photos with the furry family member over the years. This is a tough one to write, Carey wrote in a joint post with the Y and R star. On Wednesday, November 20, we had to say goodbye to our best friend, Mr. Pancakes. There aren't words or a tribute or a post that can convey how much we loved this dog. Although Mr. Pancakes, a Pomeranian, was small, he was mighty with an ear-splitting, decibel-pushing bark, according to Carey. He used it way more often than was necessary. But despite his small stature, Pancakes had a big love for his doggy life, which included playtime with the couple's twin sons, Bear and Arlo. Do hen we say this dog was the epitome of love? It is not an exaggeration, Carey insisted. He loved everything. People, dogs, fetch, food, cats, squirrels, toys, put him in whatever ridiculous outfit you want, and even toddlers who pulled his hair. Graziadei and Carey, who have been together for 10 years, became pet parents to Mr. Pancakes in 2016. Their pet menagerie also includes another Pomeranian, Fudge, and a pit bull named Marilyn. Carey went on to recall how Pancakes always seemed to sense when his humans needed some TLC. Having a rough day, Pancakes knew and would be right next to you. To lick your tears, to bring you a toy, or to simply sit next to you for as long as you needed, she revealed. Some pets are once in a lifetime, and you're one for the record books. Their home is a little less full without Mr. Pancakes, but the Graziadei family is grateful for the years they had with their beloved Pom. Mr. Pancakes, you were taken from us too soon, but you were so loved, and you will be missed dearly, Carey confessed. We were lucky to have you in our lives for a beautiful 8 years. We've told the boys that every time they look up at the stars to know you're up there playing fetch and smiling down on us, she concluded. You'll forever be in our hearts. Vi and R/Noel must return to support Sharon. The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of December 16 to 27 tease nothing but chaos. Ian targets Claire by setting a new plan in motion. Sharon gets flashbacks from her haunting past that bring both chill and relief. Next, Billy plots against Victor, and Denise breaks some good news about Nate's half-brother Damien. Let's dive in. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Ian's after Claire, Sharon's in grave danger. The young and the restless spoilers bring Jordan and Ian Ward back on the scheming. It's not surprising because when did they ever stop? Ian wants to manipulate Claire Newman's bond with Mariah and Tessa, but Jordan isn't on board. However, Ian gets his way, given how big of a puppet master he is. The wicked madcap quickly makes a move and tries to charm Tessa into his ploy. She doesn't even know what he looks like. The poor girl doesn't realize what's coming, but we do. Meanwhile, Sharon Newman is meeting her inner demons under Alan Lawrence hypnosis. She stumbled upon startling memories that could change everything and even bring some sense of relief. Furthermore, Nick's old flame learns she isn't responsible for Phyllis Summers' car wreck. And guess what? She even recalls the chilling night Heather Stevens took her last breath. The revelations leave Sharon moved and Nick even more scared than ever. Why? It's because he fears she could be the next target. Well, his fears are valid because Ian pushes Jordan to go after Sharon in a deadly way. Will Jordan obey his orders, or will her hesitation throw a wrench in Ian's evil plans? Billy plots against Victor. Damien is found. Across Genoa City, Billy Abbott is dead set on taking down Victor Newman, but not everyone complies. Phyllis Summers worries about the fallout, while Jack Abbott warns Billy has his reservations about his vendetta. However, Billy assures Sally Spectra that he has it under control, teasing a secret ally who could turn the tables. At the Newman Industries, Nikki takes Claire under her wing. But Victoria's overprotective nature doesn't please Nikki, and she urges her to go easy on Claire. Next, Diane Jenkins is taken aback by Ashley Abbott's sudden support. In the meantime, Daniel Romalotti Jr. struggles to get in festive spirits as he mourns Heather's loss but fakes it for Lucy. In other Y&R spoilers, Denise Tolliver has some delightful news for Nate Hastings and Amy Lewis. She found Damien. Now, it's up to them how they will proceed with it. Finally, Lauren Fenmore Baldwin lashes at Phyllis and defends Michael Baldwin for doing his job. Her argument? Phyllis doesn't know the full scoop on Sharon's hypnosis. As Christmas celebrations light up the Newman Ranch and society, the potential threats from Ian and Jordan promise anything but a silent night. Keep reading Soap Opera Daily for more The Young and the Restless spoilers. Will Ian and Jordan take down Sharon?